Let's talk about women and testing. So as you know, I am not a big fan of when men say she's testing me or why is she testing me? Because I've said it many times before, when you feel like a woman is testing you, try thinking of it a different way in the fact that a woman is anxious and insecure about something and projecting that anxiety onto you. This will help you from feeling angry at the woman or will help you from feeling angry with the woman, and you can actually feel a little bit more empathetic towards her. So recently, I have been watching Dawson's Creek, and yes, you can make fun of me for that, but it's a freaking awesome show, so you should be watching it too. But Dawson's Creek is a show from the late 90s, and went through into like 2001 or 2002, something like that. But it's a fantastic show, and I started watching it because I was homesick the other day. And I have been finding there's been some really good examples of masculinity throughout the series. And the other night I was watching the show, and there was this really great clip with two characters, Jen and Dawson, who have been friends for years, who have recently gotten into a relationship with one another. And Jen's background is that she's been burned by guys. She's hot. She is amazing. She's blonde. She's this really cool girl who has been hurt by a lot of men in her past. She's been cheated on. She has, been broken up with horribly. She just has not had great success with men. So therefore, she has a lot of boundaries up. And Dawson is this caring and loving, sweet, sweet guy who is just stepping into his masculinity. And they have gotten together recently as a couple, and they've been best friends for a really long time. And this clip that I'm going to show you, what happened right before this clip was Dawson heard Jen on her radio show, because she has a radio show, and she was giving advice to this other woman who called in about, what to do when you get past that 3-month hump. And Jen was saying, this is what happens with guys, they get bored of you after 3 months and they just get rid of you. And that's like a horrible thing for Dawson to hear, but it's actually really sad for him to hear that that's her belief system. So this is the scene that happened afterwards when Jen came home.
Hi.
Hey.
What's going on?
Not much, just sitting here thinking. Waiting for you.
So you were listening, huh?
I was.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of people were. Producers seem to think that I'm Boston Bay's answer to Carrie Bradshaw. They want to give me my own radio call-in talk show all about relationships.
That's great.
Yeah, it is. So why don't you say it, Dawson? Why don't you just go ahead and let's get this over with, okay?
Get what over with?
Whatever it is that you've been sitting out here cooking up to tell me.
Jen, I was sitting out here hoping that you'd want to go out with me for a while. I don't know if you noticed, but we actually spent more time together when I was living somewhere else.
Well, I told you this morning. I'm really busy.
Okay.
But this is it, okay? I am who I am, Dawson.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight with you.
What does that mean?
I'm not your other boyfriends. I'm not going to fight with you, I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not going to cheat on you. I'm going to go to the movies. All right, if you want to come with me, it'd be great. If not, I'll see you when I get home. Because I will come home. And I'm going to keep coming home, no matter how hard you try and push me away. Now, you can either take my word for it, or you can keep on testing me. But either way, Jen, the results are going to be the same.
And that is how you do it successfully. You maintain your masculinity, you're assertive, you don't get wrapped in her emotions, and that is how you win any woman over. As you can see from the clip, Jen got uncomfortable and she got protective. And what happens when you get uncomfortable and protective? You protect your ego, you get defensive, you want to throw your anger towards somebody else, and that's exactly what she was doing there. And Dawson did not allow it, which was, again, super sexy. Okay? I just want to point out to you what exactly happened here. Dawson showed her in that moment that he would not become emotionally rattled by her emotions. He understood her insecurities. He knows her background. They've been friends forever. He said, I'm not going to be that guy who's going to hurt you. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to pick a fight with you. But I am going to care for you. I will be here when you get home, and I will love you. Which are like the sexiest things and the most comforting things that a man can say to you. Anytime when I have a down moment, when I feel crazy, the worst thing my significant other can do to me is tell me that I'm correct and that I am crazy. Because then what happens is I push my anxiety on him. If he gets defensive or he starts attacking back, that's when I can start blaming him rather than blaming myself. And what Dawson did in this moment was he wasn't taking any ownership of her anxiety and her insecurity. It was her. It's her stuff to deal with. And he said he'll be there to help sort through it with her, but he won't be there to be her punching bag, and he won't be there to fight with her, to make her feel something. And then after he told her that he loved her and he cared about her and he wouldn't give in to what she wanted, he walked away. Absolutely amazing. So next time you have a woman in your life who does this to you, you may have that happen right now, or maybe for a girlfriend in the future. This is exactly how I want you to handle a test, because if you handle it this way, you will have the most loving, happy woman in your life who respects you, adores you, and won't feel that if she has a moment of not being strong, that you're going to run away. She'll feel safe and secure, and that's exactly what you want from a girlfriend, a wife, a person you're dating, a relationship. So follow these instructions that Dawson has set out from Dawson's Creek, and you will always be successful with any woman. For more tips on how to attract, date, and seduce any woman you want, go to winggirlmethod.com.